I'm Josh Evans, and I love to help businesses build the right culture within their organizations so they can be more profitable. Do you want more engaged employees? Do you want your company to be more productive? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to share with you the tools that I've used with hundreds of companies varying in size from 60,000 person conglomerates down to 5-person teams. So get ready and join me so we can build the right culture for your business.
Hi, I'm Josh Evans, and welcome back to my podcast. Once again, excited to be back, excited to have you here with us. And I had this phenomenal idea the other day. So a few years ago, to give you some background, I wanted to be part of the TED experience, or a TEDx experience. And so there's a lot of TED events and TEDx events all over the nation. And I started reaching out to all these people that were creating these events and curating these events, saying that I would love to be part of it. How can I get on your stage to share my message? How can I be somebody of value to your organization? I kept reaching out and asking. I got back some pretty bad responses. People telling me that they didn't really want my help, or they didn't really want me to speak on their stage. They had everything that they wanted in line. And as I kept asking people, I realized that I'm the one that's like demanding something of somebody else. And it would have been easy for me to sit there and just wallow in self-pity, to say, oh my goodness, why won't they bring me in? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with them that they don't see the value in what I have to offer? And while it would have been easy to do that, and if I'm being perfectly honest, there's a couple of times I slipped into that mode. I think it's easy for all of us to like slip into that mode. We're like, poor me. Like, no, they're not helping me. I'm out here just trying to do something, and that person is not helping me. Because it's an easy place to play the victim, isn't it? But I realized I needed to stop asking for things and start building things. And it was that shift, right, in my mindset, that I realized that it's not up to anybody else to give me, some sort of way to be part of a TED experience. And I decided I was going to apply for my own license. And so what I ended up doing is I applied to own my own TEDx license. I created the stage. I brought together this entire event. Now, I didn't do it by myself by any means, but I got the license because I decided I wanted to start building it. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to hand it to me. I'm going to go and build it. And so, now we're several years later, and look at this. We have TEDx water bottles and TEDx bags and pop sockets and shirts and all kinds of awesome stuff. And we've had 3 phenomenal years of this TED experience that I helped create. Now, I can't take credit for it, right? All I did was kick it off. It was this amazing team of volunteers and people and helpers and speakers and all these people that gave their time and effort to be part of it. That's what it was. But all I had to do was stop asking other people to do stuff and start building it. And everybody came to join. It's that whole Field of Dreams thing, right? Where they whisper in Kevin Costner's ear, if you build it, they will come. Well, it's true. The second you start to build something, people want to be part of that. People want to be part of other people's action. I'll give you a good example. I have a really good buddy. His name's Alex. Great guy, really, really sharp guy. He took over this role as director of business development for a very small niche software company. And when he took over this role, he got into it and he realized not only did they not have a pipeline of future clients, right, or potential clients, they didn't have any marketing material. They had no case studies. They had nothing. They barely had a logo and a website. And he stepped into this role and he goes, oh my goodness, they don't have any of this stuff. But you know what he didn't do was complain to the people that hired him that they didn't have all the supportive material. He didn't complain to the CEO. He didn't whine or make a list of stuff of why they failed him. What he did is he goes, I guess I'm just going to have to build it. And he put together all of their marketing material. He's the one that developed the case studies. He's the one that built their pipeline, and he quadrupled their sales in the first year, all because he took the initiative. And the second he started going to all their technical people to get these case studies and asking them, hey, what were the results from this one that we did? How do we help and impact the business of our clients? The second he started building all this information together and bringing it together, now everybody's thinking this motive. Wait a second, if he's putting this information together, next time I see an opportunity to develop a case study, I'll document it and I'll bring it back to Alex. And Alex built this phenomenal organization from scratch because it wasn't there. And instead of him asking for stuff, he decided to start building it. Because people saw him actually trying to build it, they wanted to be part of it. So I think all of us end up in these modes sometimes where things aren't going exactly our way, and we're looking for scapegoats, for reasons, for excuses about why stuff's not happening the way we want it to. But what we need to do is stop asking for things and start building things. Okay, so if you want to go out and be like that, here there's 3 ways you can do it, right? First, assess where you are. Assess and develop a plan to what you need to do. So this past weekend, me and my family, we decided we were going to go out to the country for the weekend and take my children. And it was a great time and we loved it. But we decided, okay, the car is empty. We need to fill it up. And so I assessed where we were. I decided, hey, we need the pack and play for the youngest one. We need some toys. We need some food. We need a cooler. So I start making this list. I start putting everything in the car. Now there's a few things. After I started taking action, started putting stuff in the car, I realized there's some stuff that I can't handle. Like, I don't know the clothes that my wife wants to put our children in so we can get good pictures of them in front of farm animals. I have no idea. And so I had to enlist her help, right? But it was a specific task. Hey, can you get the clothing that you want our kids in? And then let me know when it's packed and I'll put it in the car. So that's all you have to do, right? It's stop asking for things and start building them, and then other people will join in. And the second you start building something, you start realizing where your blind spots are, and you can start bringing other people in to help fill in those things. Swinging back to my TED, I am terrible at logistics, right? I can get people excited about something. I'm terrible about logistics behind a large event. Right? So I don't know how to manage attendee lists and volunteer lists, and that's just not my forte. So what I did is once I started building this TED and I started building the website, I found somebody that's even better to manage the website. I found somebody who's really good at managing the number of people that we needed, right, to get our 100 attendees there. I found somebody else that's really good at managing individual speakers, right, to get onto the stage and off the stage. And the second you start building something, you start seeing these gaps in yourself, and allows you to fill that much more accurately than just to kind of, spitball it, right? So if you're facing the situation, right, where you need to take action on this, right, and to stop asking for things and to start building things, first assess where you're at, develop that plan, right? Once you get that list, it's going to be a lot easier for you to start taking action. And then the second you start taking action, then you realize your gaps and where you need to enlist other people to help you with. So I know this is a very short podcast, but you just remember, if you're in the situation where you either feel like a victim or you feel like you don't have control of the situation, I'm going to tell you, just stop asking for things and start building things. Other people will come and help then, right? If you build it, they will come. So thank you very much for joining me. Once again, if you want to hit me up on social media, it's anything, any social media platform at EnthusiasticU, or shoot me an email, info@joshuamevans.com, and maybe I'll answer your questions on air. Or if you have an idea for another podcast, let me know. Have a phenomenal day, and yeah, bye.